Hey guys, Funkymusic here, and today just kind of wanted to go over quickly. I know we talked about TBC and we've talked about how I believe that it's not a good idea for a multitude of reasons. I guess I never even thought about the splitting of the classic and TBC servers and all this stuff and how that exactly is going to work. Especially since Blizzard's lost so many subs. Um, Heel versus Babyface also has a video on here talking about how they've lost 64% of subs, and that's with all the ones they got from Classic and pre-Classic launch combined. They're still way down. They're below. Basically, they're down to 2.5 million. If you guys haven't watched this video, please check it out. He does go back and talk about this. So the subs are even below what they were pre-Classic launch right now. So. Yeah, everyone who's saying that, oh yeah, the Funky, the subs. I mean, yeah, it was a good cash flow for a little bit, about 6 months till they really took a hit. 5-6 months till the subs leveled back out and dropped again, and with no new content coming for retail, I can only see the sub count going down from here. Now, as you guys know, Blizzard has released TBC. A questionnaire for TBC and asking people what they want to do and whatnot. And if they do go off the majority, there's quite a few different options. Again, I'll let you guys check this video out. I'll leave the link in the description below. But I kind of just want to go over some of the comments and what people are saying about it. So this is Blizzard just reannounced they still can't make games the same quality they made them over 10 years ago. When everything else fails, push the nostalgic emergency button. I can't wait for the confirmed classic BFA in 15 years. This was expected. Activision isn't passing on easy money. I mean, if you guys just read the comments, there's so many just, I'm not going to do this. This is stupid. I would have jumped a chance to play those servers. It wasn't for what they did. Besides, I'm good. I have too many games in the backlog and wish list to care. There's tons of comments. There are some good ones. Don't get me wrong. It's not all one-sided here, but it just goes to show that a lot of people don't want this. I really don't see people wanting this. And again, I mentioned this in my video about TBC, failing and stuff. And I can't see how this is. And this is just one YouTube video. I get it. There's tons of other videos out there about it. Tons of other different comments. I just want to put this up here because Heel versus Babyface was the one who was saying. He had a video back in the beginning, I think it was the beginning of February 2nd, saying that, the Blizzard subs were way below according to Super Data. And our best guess estimate is they have, at best, 2.5 million players. And before Classic launched, they had, 2.9 million before Classic launched. And so even with Classics, like 3.3 million, I think they had, that came back to the game or started new accounts because of the Classic, they're even below what those numbers would have combined to, like way below. They're 64% below that, which is actually brings us 2.5 million, which is way below that. So that's why I'm referencing him in here. There's other videos out there, guys, different comments and things like that, and I totally get that and understand it. However, I'm just seeing, from what I've seen here, I could go through other videos and whatnot, but a lot of the comments are just negative. Like, TBC, I don't know, man. Like, I really could see it's going to be interesting. I can see a TBC realm coming out for them just pushing for cash. And, man, I would love to go play on a server, and that way we could have some real logs for Wrath, and I would love to go play that. Obviously, I don't have the time to go play it, and then it would be, I've done this once in retail. I would have to do it, and I've done it, once on Molten WoW, again on Warmane, and I'd have to do it basically a fourth time. And I just don't have the time for it. So, I mean, as much as I would love a Wrath Realm, and I even might come back and play it, just to say I have a tune on there, I know that for me personally, I can't raid with the best of the best. I want to be able to raid with the best of the best. I want to go and do all this stuff. And I don't know, I just don't see it happening. And I'm not really sure. I haven't really tested the waters yet on Warmane, although people have come up and asked me, or said stuff to me about, a real Wrath realm. they wouldn't play. They would just keep playing on Warmane. Now, that doesn't mean that other people don't want that. I do see a lot of comments that are wanting Wrath, that they should stop at Wrath. I've seen a ton of those comments. So who knows? I really think that TBC is going to be the ultimate test to see if we get a Wrath Realm. If TBC, flames out basically after the first, month or so, I don't think they're gonna get I don't think people are really gonna be pushing for a Wrath Realm. I don't think, even if they do, I don't think Blizzard's gonna do it. They're gonna be like, well, you guys said you wanted TBC, but that flamed out real quick. Plus, it's gonna split the community. You're gonna want people who only wanted Classic to play Classic. So, I mean, obviously on private servers, that's the thing. You can't progress your character. You have to stay on that expansion. And so I think a lot of players are not going to leave Classic. I think a lot of players will stay at Classic and just play Classic because they love it so much and they want to just, hang out and play on Classic. And the more they do that and the more Blizzard keeps moving to different expansions, some people will transfer their characters. Some people will for sure. Or make a copy or whatever they plan on doing. We don't know the details yet. The questionnaire provides people with options. So, whatever they plan on doing, and people are going to be splitting their time even more than what they are. So you're going to have people that are playing that are splitting their time between TBC, Classic, or possibly Classic if they want to go back, maybe finish something up, play there or whatever, and retail. So you're going to have people who are splitting their time between all of this stuff. I mean, I'm assuming Shadowlands, I haven't looked up. I'm just assuming it's going to come out in the fall. Like, normally the expansions come out in the fall. So, anywho, unless they plan to release TBC like this summer, which doesn't make any sense because they're not they haven't even released all of the Classic stuff yet. WoW's just in a bad place, in my opinion, with regards to retail. And I'm excited, but I'm also not excited for a Wrath Realm. There's two things, because on the one hand, I said in the last video I just made, why I do like Warmane, it's my home, and I don't have time to relevel. Now, this is just me personally. I know other people would love to have a Wrath Realm. I get it, guys. I really do. I totally understand that you guys want a Wrath Realm. You want it like retail and everything like that. But on the flip side to that is, those of us who can't afford to pay or don't want to go, it's really going to hurt the retail, or the private server part of the Wrath Realms. Kind of like, Classic Realms on private servers right now. They're pretty much dead. There's not a whole lot of them going. People are like, well, why the hell would I do this when I can go and play the real thing? So, on top of that, people want to sit there and say that your data on TBC, you can't relate the numbers on private servers to what's going to happen in retail. And they're right to a point. Obviously, Blizzard has more capabilities when it comes to advertising and getting players hyped up. They're obviously a big well-known company. Not everyone really knows about private servers, although I think it's been out there for quite some time now. But regardless, you look at, I still think it's a good model to look at. I mean, the people who do know about private servers, and there is a considerable amount of people who do know about the private servers, TBC is just not played, guys. It's just not. Vanilla and Wrath are the two big ones. So if TBC does not do well, I can totally see Blizzard not coming out with a Wrath Realm. Or maybe they do. Maybe they're just like, well, everyone wants Wrath. We're seeing all these comments for Wrath. People don't really care for TBC. And then they're going to come out with Wrath. But my question is, I guess, where do we go after that? Are you going to release a Kata one and a Mop one after that? I don't know. This has got to stop somewhere, at some point in time. And I'm not sure when, how, or why that's going to happen. Me personally, I don't want to see a Wrath Realm, and yeah, I'll be biased about it. I don't want to see a Wrath Realm for the simple fact of it's going to hurt the private server community. People will leave. I know that. It's just a matter of how many. We can only estimate and guess at that. And, if it just kills, Warmane's population, then, what's the point to play there anymore? I might as well just go and play the classic version of it, obviously. And, I've always said that, if they ever came out with one, I would love to do it. And, that was before I had a kid and stuff like that. So, obviously, things and times have changed. And there's something inside me that I just have to be in the best guild. I have to be there. I have to, like, I want to do all those things. And I know I'm not going to be able to do that and put the time and effort in. So it's sad, you know, that I won't be able to do that. But again, this is just that's just my personal bias. I know there's some other people out there like me, or, you know, maybe people have moved on, they've left, they're not going to come back, they moved on with their lives, they played Warmane, you know, and stuff like that. So there's that group of people too. But I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on it? What are your ideas on it? Do you guys like the fact that they're coming out with the TBC realm? Will you be playing it? Do you guys plan on playing a Wrath realm? Is it something that you're going to leave Warmane for? Just let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and feelings on this. And what do you think is going to happen to Warmane if this Wrath Classic becomes a thing? What do you think it's going to do to the Wrath private server scene, which is by far the most populated right now? So just, I'm curious as to what you guys think. So please leave a comment down below. And as always, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we will catch you later.